Howdy, everybody, and welcome into the TexAgs Rewind presented by Specs. I'm here with my good friend Reese Nygren in the Angry Elephant News and Social Center. Reese, what was your favorite part of the show today?
My favorite part of the show today was definitely Olin Buchanan in the Go Hour. He was pretty good this morning.
The Go Hour was pretty wild this morning. Also on the Rewind today, we have SEC Mike, and then we have a double dose of the final countdown, so go check it out.
Number 3, Miami, heading to Tallahassee to take on number 18, Florida State at 6:30. Miami is 4.5-point favorites.
I'm going to go with Miami.
I'm a Hurricane believer. I'll take Miami to win and cover because I think that you are going to ride the roller coaster with Tommy Castellanos and a Gus Malzahn offense, and I think we've seen the highs of that roller coaster in week 1 against Alabama, maybe the ceiling. And if that's the case, and if you go back and look at his career at BC, he's extremely streaky. I like Miami's defense. I like their ability to get after the quarterback. I think if you were to make a list of the best players in this game, Miami might have 4 of the top 5. And for that reason, even on the road, and the history of this rivalry, right? There's so many field goal games.
Yeah.
Wide right too. Then
of course, it comes down to that. I lose on the points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm thinking Miami just dominates the line of scrimmage.
I think so too. Miami.
Next game, number 9, Texas heads to the Swamp to face Florida at 2:30 on Saturday. Texas is 6.5-point favorites is what we have on here.
Is that what we're picking it at, 6.5? I was on Texas at -6.5. I'll stay on them at -4.5.
Yeah. I want to take Florida, but
take Florida.
Something tells me Texas wins the game.
If you want to take Florida, take Florida. I'm trying to talk you into the opposite picks of me.
Oh, because you're – I don't blame you. I don't blame you, but you said you were going to have me pick first all the time, remember?
I know.
But, yeah, I'm going to go with the Longhorns.
And that's one of those picks too. I've seen too much of DJ Lagway, and maybe this would be true of me if. What are you thinking about doing here?
Drinking tequila, La Casa Tequila.
It's completely random.
I know. Go. I was just.
What's wrong with you?
Well, you're the one that.
I was in the middle of making a good point,
and I needed some tequila to be able to listen to that.
I've seen a lot of DJ Lagway. As he's right down the road to Willis. I've just watched him for so long. I think there's something wrong. There's something's got to be not right with him. And
he does seem hurt.
He does. He's too talented of a player to be producing outputs. And the game plan that they had against Miami was like 6 yards from the line of scrimmage was the extent of it. That also tends to make me believe that there's something not right. Everybody that predicts games across this ever increasing college football space. They're like, that's too many points. And I understand that. It was too many points, I thought, when the line came out. But Vegas might know. It's like they're begging people to pick Mississippi State, and I think everybody is.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just think that's the reality of this conference. I know there's a seemingly every game on paper looks like a double-digit spread, I think, aside from Texas, Florida. But, man, I just think week in and week out, I know it's like, I'm turning into coach speak over here, but in this conference, I think almost anybody could beat anybody. And I think laying the points is not wise in this conference. It's just, maybe if there's like a starting quarterback's injured or an Arkansas situation where they kind of quit on the coach, there'll be a blowout. But otherwise, I mean, heck, we saw it last year, right? Kentucky beat Ole Miss. I mean, that was shocking. But that shouldn't shock us, I don't think, moving forward, because I think all these teams are so grouped together. I really do.
Yeah, like you mentioned, man, the margins are so fine in this league across so many sports as well. And then now with the uptick in basketball, we're seeing it on the hardwood. But I want to go back to a point you made, Arkansas. Sam Pittman out and Bobby Petrino rides again in Fayetteville. Just, isn't it crazy for those of us that were – I mean, that was kind of the height. I was just getting through grad school. I was in grad school at A&M when all that stuff happened. It's crazy to see him back in charge of that program, but it felt kind of inevitable when Sam Pittman brought him back as the OC.
Oh, yeah. No, and I don't even know, truthfully, if Sam Pittman wanted him as offensive coordinator. And again, he's a great offensive coordinator, but you kind of knew this was going to be coming, right? So, I don't know what Arkansas is thinking, though, in this respect. This is like a layup, a slam dunk. They should have already announced it. The NIL package with Harley Davidson. I mean, just get out in front of this thing. Yeah, people can't make fun of you if you're making money and you're helping the players out. But every day that passes that Arkansas has not done this, I think that's why they're not in the NIL game like some of these others. They're missing the opportunity big time here.
That game was obviously closer than it ever should have been. They should have won by 30 points or something. But the thing that gives you hope and excitement is that they never wavered. They did what they're supposed to do. They still dominated. It was the penalty setbacks, which can be fixed. How about this? There was nothing unfixable that they did that you're like, ooh, that's a concern. Like everything that they've done this year is very, very impressive. And their ability to continue doing that is going to take us to the playoffs or whatever, So that's my hope. I mean, they've been so good out there with what they're supposed to be doing, minus the mental stuff, right? The few penalties, or a lot of the penalties and things like that, but they've been dominant.
Steve,
I just want to add to that.
Let's just let him cook. Let him go. Come on. He ain't got to say much.
Flip those burgers for us.
Yeah,
Steve.
let me put the fries in the bag.
Yeah.
So the reality is that what we've seen out of this team just over the last 2 games is games that in years past we would have found ways to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree.
This team has showed a lot of resilience, a lot of grit, even with penalties, even being behind the chains. They've managed to still play good complementary football where the offense has stepped up when they needed to. This past week, the defense stepped up when they needed to. To me, it just shows you got a championship mentality in that locker room. It sounds like you've got a team that's ready to fight through any situation to give yourself a chance to win. So that's encouraging, man.
You know what else I think is
It's all right.
Okay,
did that mic kind of throw you off?
You know what
You're
else?
fighting with it, yeah.
You know what else I think is championship metal in this locker room, but people don't talk about enough. Like Torian York was like, it was very personal to me. It was very personal to us. What's so personal about it if you're playing Auburn? You know what it is? They beat you last year. And you don't want to talk about that. And, in sports nowadays, it's like, oh, it's one team, it's the next team. We don't want to. I want my team to say, hey, Cam Coleman, you went for 7 for 128 and what was it, 3 touchdowns against us last year? I want to shut your ass down this year.
Yeah, I'll tell you mine. It's going to be Mark Craver. All right, I'm going with him.
Who?
Against his old team.
Mark.
And
Craver.
What was the first name you said?
Mark.
Mark Craver?
Super Mark.
He's going to dominate. Not only that, their best defensive player, too,
Martin
which
Craver.
apparently leads to this ridiculous spread we've got is out in the safety. And so I think he's going to go
he's
over
not
the top.
necessarily out.
Go over
He
the
might
top
be out.
on him and just torch his old team.
I like that call.
I do. Again, going back to chip on the shoulder, something to prove, something to play for. Now, I do find it funny, like when these guys do this, but like Mario left Mississippi State, so they should be the ones going. But that's the way the game's played. Their 2 best receivers are transfers from Georgia and from Oklahoma/Texas. But I think Craver's got that stuff to him where he's like, he's going to have extra incentive this week in his head to go out and do a number on his buddies, and who knows, maybe a couple of those guys he doesn't like on the other side of the ball there. They don't always have to all be friends.
I'll go number 8 in the backfield. I think he's back-to-back 100-yard games. This Mississippi State run defense has just been okay. I think this will be the best offensive line and back that they have played. I'd like to see Le'Veon get the ball another 18 to 20 times, and I think he goes over 150 yards.
I like it.
I like it.
And can see it happening.
I would he did leave the game a couple times Saturday. He did like limp off the field. That's why Amari had a dozen carries in that one.
All right, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and follow TexAgs on all our social media, and subscribe to TexAgs.com so you can see all of our football content coming out this weekend. We'll see you guys next week.